What's up, everybody? This is Tripping Bowser coming here with some Blacklight Retribution. This is Deathmatch on Offshore, and for this particular video I'm gonna go ahead and talk about balancing in video games. And as you can see, I'm using the LMG or light machine gun receiver. This is the first time I posted a video using this particular weapon, and it's mainly due to the fact that when I initially tried out the LMG, I absolutely hated it. The spread and the recoil was just so insane and unmanageable that it didn't really seem as a viable weapon choice in my opinion, because if I wanted a fully automatic high damage weapon, I would just go with the HAR, because it was far superior without pretty much any question, because it was a lot more manageable with lower spread and recoil, and it didn't offer as high of an ammo capacity. But having a high ammo capacity really wasn't worth it for the LMG in my opinion. It didn't really make it a viable option because it was just so unmanageable. Although recently the weapon got a buff, so I tried it again last night and played it for several matches to see how I liked it, and I like the LMG now. It's a lot more manageable and usable, so in my opinion it has become a viable choice in comparison to the HAR. So I mean, when I'm going for a high damage fully automatic setup right now, I actually have to make a decision whether I use the HAR or the LMG, because they both have their attributes which are worth it, and if you want to have a particular playstyle, can fit it a little bit better. So I mean, that's nice. If I want a high damage setup with fully automatic, but I want to have a shit ton of ammunition so I don't have to worry about reloading, I can now use the LMG, and it is a good gun. Although if I want to move a little bit faster but still have that fully automatic high damage, then I go with the HAR. So now I will actually have a choice to make, and will use both of these particular receivers, which is really good because it is bad for any video game to have weapons or equipment, or if you're playing a game like a MOBA, having characters that are completely useless because there's other characters or weapons with similar attributes and are just far superior. I mean, as you can see with Blacklight, I mean, when you've been playing it, I hope you are, that recently the LMG, you know, has been being used again. But before this recent patch and an update, no one really used the LMG because it was pretty much a worthless weapon. And so that's bad to have, because you don't want to have something in the game that's completely worthless and nobody uses. I mean, that's not proper balance. Every single equipment or weapon or character options should have their own unique attributes that are useful and worth having, and make it so that way if you really like that particular playstyle, it fits you and it is a viable option. So that's good that Zombie Studio realized that the LMG was not really a gun that was worth using, and so now it is, which is really awesome. And I can say they've done a really good job on their balance and making sure that all the equipment and weapons are useful in this game. Although in my opinion, the only thing that I would consider you know, pretty much useless is the combat rifle, because it does have the advantage of being accurate at long range. But if you want to have an accurate weapon for long range to do damage and kill the enemy quickly, I would just suggest using a bolt action rifle. But if you are less sure about your shot and you want to have more chances in a quicker period of time, I would just use the burst fire rifle, because it, unlike the combat rifle, can do enough damage to kill an enemy in 2 shots, which is something that I think is a problem with the combat rifle, because even at the highest damage setup, it only does 90, which is not enough to kill somebody with a default 200 health in 2 shots, unlike the burst fire SMG, because if you get enough of the 3 burst shots in 2 bursts, you're able to kill an enemy. So I mean, that's something that the burst fire rifle has over the combat rifle, and just makes it a better weapon. I mean, they both have long distance accuracy, but the combat rifle just doesn't have enough damage to have the 2 shots kill. So I mean, that's something that I could see them potentially fixing or buffing, because the combat rifle should have a little bit of damage increase in my opinion, because right now I don't see it as a viable option. But that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment and a rating. Plus, if you like my video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out one of my previous videos.